Yo, what is up, ladies and gentlemen? It's your boy MumboElite. Welcome back to another video. And today we're going to show you guys how to make millions of coins a year on special card trading, sniping, investing. We're going to walk through all the basics of low-end stuff, and this gets crazy, dudes. So if you do enjoy, smack that like button, subscribe if you're new. Let's get it. So every single card you see here, I picked up for 10.5 to 10.75, 10,500 coins to 10,750 coins. What we've been doing is we've been sniping all special cards for this, usually putting one in our club if we don't have it, and then listing another one onto the market for more. We did this the other day with this guy, and I'm so pissed because we did not put one in our club. We sold him for like 14K the other day, a day before the evolution came out, and now he's up to like 80K. So we are going to learn from that. We're going to show you guys how to make coins on these sort of cards in the future and kind of how you can go about that. So instead of going to the normal transfer market, we are going to go to the club. We are going to go over to the squad section. You're going to enter squad. We're going to want to snipe through this market over here. So once you get to squad, hit L1, brings you over to the transfer market. You're going to do quality special. You're going to do a minimum buy now of 10,250. Oops. Reason why we do this is because if you do 10,250 as the minimum, none of the low-end silver Libertadores and Sudamericanas pop up. So if we do max price at 10,500 or 10,750, you're not going to see many cards pop up. And if we go closer to 12K, you're going to see a ton of things on the market for around 12K. This is what we're looking for. So what I normally do is I sit under these two prices. I just kind of snipe anything that pops up that I think might be a good deal. I try to win it. Now, you can sit there for a while and you're going to get a ton of different cards to pop up. I'll show you just some of the few we picked up. Few in the last half an hour when I was watching the Sunderland game. We got a crazy ton of these, and we'll show you kind of the profit margins on each as well, kind of how I'd go about listing it. So these are just 50. I believe we have 100 plus that we picked up. Cards that are currently in this promo, Team 2 of the Centurions. We got some Team 1s. We got some Trailblazers. We got some with shadows on it. We got a really good mix of cards, which is going to make us a lot of coins. So how do I recommend going about this once you snipe them and you list them? This is what I would do. Any card that is actively live at the moment on the market during a promo. So for example, this guy is actively in the promo. There's going to be a lot more supply of him. So we don't really want to lazy list him since there's always going to be cards on the market. We want to undercut it a little bit. So I've been picking them up for 10.5. I've been selling them for 11,750. I'm going to show you real quick. We're going to go to display cap. I put a note of every profit margin at each price. So if you're sniping or bidding at 10,500, 11,250, you're making 187 per card. As you see there, each time it goes up, you just get more and more coins per card depending on what you're selling at. This is not including the investing side of things, where like we saw the other day with the evolution coming out, some of these cards could go to like 80,000 coins, something crazy like that. Then if you buy it 10,750, you'll see 175 coins is the minimum profit margin at 11,500. But everything after that is just printing us coins. So what do you do? What do you decide to list at? Here's how I go about the best way of lazy listing these, making the most coins per card, but also being wary of investment. So as you see here, we have a lot of this guy. That's sweet. We know he's been selling. He's live right now. We sold a Martinez for 10 or 12.5. My bad. We sold a few of them. We saw a Munyan sold. Nandes is another one that's live currently, so we've listed them a little bit undervalued. But now that we saw a bunch of these different kind of cards sold, got some inform selling, I'm going to go pick up one of each that is currently in my unassigned, and we're going to put it on. Reason why we don't want to list everything at the same time is if we get a new, let's say, evolution today or something else that comes out, sends one of these to the moon, we don't want to have it listed for like 12K. We lose out on a ton of coins. So we want one listed at a time. The rest, we just wait for that one to sell. Then we put another one up. So Pedro will be a perfect example. We sniped this one for 10.5. Let's take a look at the last few minutes, what his lowest buy now is. Maybe I could list them for 13K, 11.5 on open bid. Let's do that. Let's list this one for, let's do a little less than 13K. Let's do 12.5. That's still 2,000 coins before EA tax. I'd be happy with that profit. If this one sells, we can then sell the next one. And that would be the way I'd go about using your transfer list. Makes it a lot easier to make coins off of it. Also, too, you're going to be sniping cards that might have chem styles on it. Remember, a lot of the time, shadows are 3,500 coins to 5,000 coins. Hunters are very similar. So if you get a card with that on, like we sniped this Danilo for 10.5 with a shadow on, be weary of what you're comparing price. Even though he might be 12.5 within the hour, a shadow on it could add potentially another additional 5K. So if he's going for 12.5, maybe I don't list it for like 17 plus, but maybe I throw a 16 on with maybe like a start price of 15K. If we end up getting about 5,000 coins before EA tax with this card, I would be happy with that. Worst case scenario, we just relist. If not, we list it for less to try to get a sale out of it. So again, you're going to get a lot of different cards popping up. We got an Acosta here, 10.75. We see one for a little more than 13 there. I'm not seeing a lot of 13,000 coin ones. There's one in the final few minutes. So we're going to list this one up for 13. If it sells, we then list another one after that. And you can do this with any amount of coins. Obviously, the more coins you have, the easier it is going to be for you to do. But if you do this and you only have, let's say, 50,000 coins, you can snipe a few cards, put them on the transfer list, sell them to get them a quicker, little less coins, but a little quicker sale by undercutting, and then do something like silver trading in the meantime. So we're not going to go super deep into silver trading. We'll make another video this week on it. But right now, every single silver common is 250 within a few minutes, and a lot of them are going for 300 plus within the hour. If you can win a bunch of bids for 150, 200 coins, you're making 100 to 150 per card. Very easy. Make little coins with a low budget. I would recommend doing that. Also, too, once you start racking in the coins with these special cards and you start going along with this method, I would recommend you put one of each card in your club. Same way that we only list one on the market each time, you should have one in your club just in case you forget about it. It's in your club. You don't need to worry about it. If we ever get an evolution down the line, when a lot of these become even more extinct, the profit that you could get is very crazy. Acosta is a perfect example of this. Let's say we get another, or let's not use Acosta. Let's use Danilo. Danilo, he's about 12,000 to 12,500 coins right now. 84 rated, Trailblazers card. If this was usable in a evolution to make him like, let's say, an 87 or 88 rated center back with the stats he already has, that would send this card to the moon. And it'd probably be worth more than 50K. So having one in your club as a form of investment is absolutely a phenomenal idea. Again, we saw that with some of the Trailblazers yesterday. We saw that with the guy from the Bundesliga, the striker. That was a really big deal, and we missed out on a ton of coins on him. So that is kind of the method. If you guys have any questions, feel free to let me know. I'll show you now another filter you can do. So right now, all informs are up. When informs start dropping, it's going to be a lot harder to do this specific filter with specials. Couple different ways you can go about it. You can do the same filter, and if, almost got that one. If informs start popping up, let's say they're a few minutes out, you can just go to the 59th minute, try to find these special cards and buy them. That's going to be a very easy way to win them. But if you want to get even quicker snipes, in terms of you don't want to have to go through all those informs to get to the 59th minute, you can just scroll through, buy every single promo. So if I wanted to do, I don't know, let's do the Trailblazers promo, for example. Let's see what the cheapest Trailblazers is. Looks like 11K. A lot of these are going to be way more within the hour. But if we sat there with, again, the same filter, 11,750, or 10,750, my bad, with a 10,250 start price, you can just sit on every single one of these and see what they're going for. And you can make new filters out of this too. Let's say we wanted to do that with, what would be a good example here? Let's do Road to the Knockouts. So if we take a look at what the Road to the Knockout cards are going for, if we go to 12K, a ton of them are going for 12K plus. So if we sit on the same thing, 10,750, you sit here till you snipe. The only downside with this compared to the special filter is you're more specific, meaning less cards are probably going to pop up. However, there might be even more room for profit margins depending on the cards you're going for. For example, there is Pepe's on the market that I saw in our normal special card filter popping up at 10,750. Look at how much he's going for. He's 22,000. So if you can win one of those, potentially for maybe like 17K, with a filter specifically for maybe defenders in Road to the Knockout or center backs, you could make a ton of coins off of Pepe that the low end people sniping everything at 10,750 and below are missing out on. So there's pros and cons to each. And if you want to come up with your own filters that you think are crazy, absolutely go for it. Another thing too, and I'll bring this up again, Centurions. There's two different teams in Centurions. We just got done with Team 1, which means they are out of packs, which means the supply of them is going to be slowing up. We also have Team 2 that is actively making us coins. A bunch are coming up on the market for 10.5 that we're sniping. Remember, once those go out of packs, we still have the evolution for Centurions upgrade. They are only going to be in packs for another 6 days. We get another 15 days to unlock this and then 22 days to complete. So there's going to be a time where there's no Centurion promo going on, no more supply of the cards, and people are still going to want to put them in this. So if I were you, I would get one of any card that fits this criteria. If you can snipe it on the low end, stock it in your club, forget it's in there, and kind of see what prices get to later on. I think Team 1 looks really good for that. The 85 rated guy, I'm blanking on his name, but we can take a look at him. You have the Dortmund defender. I believe he's the left back. Those are two really good options. And then you got the Spanish midfielder too, the Cam. He could be a good one as well. Because Team 1 already is without supply. Andrik is the guy I'm talking about. Team 1 is already without supply. We have a whole nother week without supply. And then once Team 2 is out of packs, all Centurions are out of packs. And if people want to use Team 1, there's going to be even less supply. So that's just going to drive prices up even more. So it's very no risk. And another cool thing that I didn't even mention, if you look at the quick sell prices on a lot of these cards, if it's 84 rated, 10,248 is the discard, which means you are barely losing coins. If it ever gets to a point where you cannot sell a special card to save your life, you could always quick sell and make just the bare minimum loss. But I don't see that happening in the foreseeable future. Most things always go for like 11K plus, even if you're winning at 10,750, listing at the low end of like 11,000, you're not going to lose much to that either. But yeah, if you have any questions, feel free to let me know. I can make a more in-depth video in the future. This is just something I've been doing lately while I'm streaming, while I'm playing games. A little bit lazy listing. It's a lot of fun. I enjoy it. I love silver trading too, don't get me wrong. But if we can start making like 500 to 1,000 plus coins per card, and I could win hundreds of these a day, because they pop up pretty quick. I could sit on that filter and you'll see just how many pop up. I'm afraid to sit on it right now because I feel like it's going to lag my game, and we're going to be getting that just unlimited rotation screen where nothing's happening. But if I sit on this price, let's see if I can get one real quick. This guy is so annoying. So this is the lowest price one that I've noticed on the market. He is the lowest value. He usually is the only one that is less than 11,000 coins. If we look at his price right now, 11.5, you could probably sell him for 11K within the hour. I'm still going to lazy list him to see if we can make coins. I'm going to put him up for 12K. But Classy would probably be the one card I would avoid when it comes to special cards. But I've seen heroes pop up. I've seen every single promo pop up. Did we snipe him? Yes, we did. Okay, so if you get to the point where you can start winning informs, something I would do with this too. Even if you can't make a profit on these right now, like if I go to the market, I could probably sell them for 12K. Maybe. Yeah, maybe we could get 12.5 out of them. I could take this profit right now, and that'd be good profit. Or I could store him in my club. I could wait until Team of the Weeks, again, are extremely high in supply, or not supply, high in demand, low in supply. Anytime there's maybe an 84 double that comes back out. We saw a bunch of these informs shoot to 15K plus, 18K plus. So even though in the moment you might be breaking even, treat it like an investment, chuck one of each in your club, the same way we would special cards. In the future, when we get informs back to discard under 10K for a lot of the lower rated ones, if you just want to put one of those each in your club and forget about it, if you have the coins, that is going to be huge. You don't want to kind of predict when these SBCs are going to come out that are going to raise Team of the Weeks. If you can just have one ready to go, I'm so sorry, I'm sick. That's going to be your best friend too. So once these informs start getting down in price again, I will start doing that as well. Yeah, that's going to be it for the video. If you guys have any more questions, feel free to put them in the comments. It's been your boy MumboElite. I'm out. God bless.